Happy New Year, everyone. Today we are going to discuss, and I'm going to show you the LOC method. It's been around YouTube a long time. It's nothing new. Curly Girl's been doing it for a long time, but there's a few different variations of it. There's the LOC method, which is leave-in, oil, and a cream. There's also the LOCG method, which is leave-in, oil, cream, gel. I unfortunately have not had any luck using creams. I actually typically don't use leave-in, and until recently I didn't have an oil that I loved. So that method was completely out for me. But I live in Colorado. It's dry climate. So I've been playing around with some oils. I found an oil I adore. I've used it in other videos. So I revisited this method with my own variation, and I've had good luck. So I'm going to show everyone. So the first thing is I'm going to do a leave-in. I have Curl Keeper's leave-in. I like it. It's really light, so I'm going to put some of this. I do a dime size amount maybe, and I just kind of rake it through. Now, when I use something that is just a tiny little bit of a product, I typically like to brush it through to distribute it. I have really dense hair, so when I use something that's just a little bit of it, I'm not getting all of it all over my hair unless I distribute it through. And I don't want to use more to get it all over my hair because leave-ins tend to weigh my hair down and make my hair feel like a gummy feeling. So I use just a tiny bit, only in the winter, and distribute it through. I typically do this in the shower, but we are not in my shower, so for the purpose of a YouTube video, I am doing this out of the shower. So I've got that distributed through. Now I'm going to take an oil. I use Bearded 101 oil. I got it off of Facebook. The ingredients were amazing. I absolutely love it. It has a dropper, which I like, and the other thing that I like about it is, let me get on the dropper, is it's really thin. That's what I love. So I took about not even half a dropper, and I'm just going to rub it through. I have the mint one. It smells amazing. It's very refreshing. And I'm going to use a tiny bit more. And again, I'm going to distribute this through with my Denman. And there we go. So I've got those two. Now, the next step would be a cream. I don't like creams. They don't do anything for my hair. They don't hold. They just cause a gummy feeling and frizziness. So I'm skipping the cream, and I am using just a gel. So I'm using the LOG method, I guess. So today I'm going to do this in sections. I'm using LOC gel, and the reason I'm using it is typically I like the price. Who doesn't? It's a little dry feeling, rough feeling for me, but when I do it with the leave-in and the oil, it seems to soften it up. So I'm going to use a little bit of this, and I like to do my hair in sections. I am going to show you a little twist and turn that I do here. So my hair in the back underneath here tends to be straight. It's a different texture, and it doesn't curl. So I usually get my hair cut to accommodate that. They cut this part, I cut. We all know I cut my own hair. This part shorter because it sticks out from underneath it because it's not curly. But I'm going to twist it and make it curl today with my Denman. So then I'm going to do another section. I do big sections. I can do smaller. If I have somewhere really important I want to go, or I want perfect hair that day, I can do smaller. I hate these. I want to scoop. These, my hand gets slippery, and then I sometimes drop it on my toe. I bet a lot of you can understand that. So, just gonna go in here in sections, I rake it through, and then I do my own little trick. I scrunch it like this so that I know I've already done that section. I know that's gelled. Just helps me. I have such dense hair again. I'm doing a drop size, and I'll do the back section with that. I do use a lot of gel. My hair kind of soaks it up. Rake it through, and then scrunch, 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 so I know that section's done. Do this other side. And I'm going to show you kind of my lazy girl routine here. So, I've got gel in this whole section. So now I am going to go through and I just brush up with my Denman. Brush up, let it fall, and I scrunch. And you can see why. That's giving me some volume right there. You can see the difference. If I were to just brush this through and scrunch, see the difference in the volume? So that's why we're going to go up. I like big hair. If anyone follows my YouTube channel, they know I like big hair. And I'm going to go do this back. Now, another thing that I bet a lot of my curly girls out there understand is I tend to miss entire sections in the back of my head often. Like, I'll have great hair and then I look at the back and there's like a whole section, no product, not touched, nothing. All right, so I'm gonna do this next section. And up here I start to get a little bit different. I'm going to hold out this crown, or this front section right here, a little unicorn here, because I'm going to cheat there. I'll show you how. All right, so more gel. And this is probably right here why I miss sections, because it's hard to see what I've done and what I haven't done. So this time I'm just going to go through here and go straight up again. I want that volume. Let it fall. Straight up. Let it fall. Do some gel in the back. This unicorn part I'm going to do something a little different with. It's just something I like to do. It's a little fun. All right. Hopefully I got all this back section. Straight up. Let it fall. Section over here. Rake it through. Straight up. Let it fall. I feel like that was a missed section. Might have been. All right, so this unicorn section. What's nice about using a Denman is that A, I can pick which direction I want the hair to go. My hair tends to go forward, so I always have hair in my face. But with this, you can watch here, I can create it to go back. And I will show you how. And since this top section of mine is usually my stubborn section, I will brush it back, and then I'm going to do a couple of these. I want it to go that direction. This one, I want to go this direction. There we go. I'm going to apply a bunch of gel in this front section. Got want it to go this way. Get it out of my face a little bit. Twist down. This one, just for fun, I'm going to split in two. Take this front one and go this direction, just to mix it up a little bit. Take this one and go this direction. This section needs a little more attention. Take it, go this direction. Just kind of mix it up a little bit. So now I have gel all over my hair. I'm going to take my t-shirt and I'm going to scrunch. Now, I can air dry or diffuse. I tend to diffuse because I don't like having wet hair. I usually do 50-50. Diffuse a little, go do something else, diffuse a little, go do something else, diffuse a little. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will come back with results. So I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm back. These are the curls, finished results, dry. This is the same typically my hair looks. The difference is that it feels really nice, and I was able to use some leave-in conditioner, which sometimes I can't do, and some oil, which I know is kind of helping my hair in this dry weather. So now, there's not a ton of crunch to scrunch out, but I am going to use some oil to do so. Just lightly scrunch this out. Usually I use a t-shirt, but today I wanted some oil. You can clap. Yeah, there's just a light scrunch to it today. I am going to massage a little bit at the roots because this is where I get my volume, and I do not like having any product or any curl clumps at my roots. And you can see, if you remember, I did some twisting, a couple of front pieces, just to give it a fun little look. You can see I've got those curls right there. They're a lot different than my bigger curls back here, but it's just something fun to do. But I do want to break it up. Anything that got to the roots I don't like, so I just kind of go in and massage it a little bit. If I have product on my roots or any real tight curl clumps at the roots, I lose some volume. So I just want to break those up. But here is the finished result. I'm happy with it. It feels good. So again, it's called the LOC method. And if you can use creams, I highly recommend trying it. You can search for it on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers and Instagrammers who do LOC method. That's a leave-in oil cream. I don't use creams. I don't even typically use a lot of leave-in, but I did leave-in oil and a gel. So I modified and did my own little version. This is definitely a helpful routine in the winter time because it's so dry here in Colorado. I don't know how this would withstand in humidity. If anybody has any insight on that, it'd be great to hear. But that's it. So those are the results, and I'll see you guys next video. Next video, subscribe. I think I'm going to do a diffusing video, a real one, on how I diffuse my hair, because I think that it makes a big difference in my volume, which is probably the number one thing I get asked about is the volume. So that'll be my next. So subscribe. Bye, you guys.